Hi, I'm Grace Cantwell.
And I'm Sergeant Tony Reed.
And we're co-founders of
Drone Cadets. We've taught thousands of people how to be safe, responsible drone pilots using our unique, engaging programs.
So join us today and get ready to launch.
Drones going up, drones going up, drones going up. Good morning, Drone Cadets.
Good morning.
That was pathetic. I said, good morning, Drone Cadets.
Good morning.
Miss Grace, are you feeling it?
No, Sergeant Reed. They sound like they're not awake yet.
I agree. I think we need to wake them up. On your feet, Drone Cadets. Spread out, people. Put your arms to the sides. Take a step forward or back to make sure you have enough room. We will now do jumping jacks. Are you ready?
Ready!
Let's do this!
Repeat after me. And go. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 10. Okay, let's try this again. Good morning, class.
Good morning!
Yes, that's what I want to hear. You gotta bring it every day, people. This is what being a drone cadet is all about. Now, everyone, take your seats and we'll begin. Let's get to it, Miss Grace.
Thank you, Sergeant Reed. Let's do this. You've all heard Sergeant Reed and I use different terms to indicate the direction a drone flies. We call these names Navigational Direction Terminology. To help us understand what we are describing, let's first talk about the dimensions of the world in which we live. A picture, drawing, tablet, or even a TV screen has two dimensions. If we plotted these two dimensions on a graph or a chart, we'd call them the x-axis and the y-axis.
The X and Y axis describes a flat world. On TV or in a movie, everything is represented to us on a flat screen. Does this make sense so far?
We call the two dimensions width and height. It's the difference between a square and a cube. A square has two dimensions, width and height. A cube has three dimensions, width, height, and depth.
That's right, Miss Grace. When we describe drone flight, we have to think of it in 3 dimensions. Or as we say, 3D. Everybody hold your fingers like this. Your pointer finger is X, your middle finger is Y, and your thumb is Z. Z is the 3rd dimension, up and down. When we fly, we can go forward and back. That's X. We can go side to side. That's Y. And we can go up and down. That's Z. We're learning to think in 3D.
So there are 6 basic directions a drone can fly. Forward and back, side to side, up and down. That's 6.
In aviation, we have a special language to describe these directions. Who knows what the meaning of aviation is?
A plane?
Yes, that's part of it, but there's more. Let's read the definition. Aviation refers to flying using an aircraft like an airplane. It also includes the activities and industries related to flight, such as air traffic control.
A pilot is also called an aviator. So everyone who takes this course is an aviator.
That brings us to
The quote of the day.
Class, today we are going to meet the first African American, male or female, to ever get an international pilot's license. She's a pioneer aviator who lived from 1892 to 1926. Please welcome Bessie Coleman.
Yay!
Howdy, everyone. I'm glad to meet y'all.
Bessie, you were born in Texas, almost 12 years before the first plane ever took off. What made you want to be a pilot?
Well, actually, I'd never heard of a female pilot until one of my brothers came home from World War I and told me women flew in France.
So what did you do?
Well, I started applying to schools. But do you know there was not one single pilot school that would teach a woman to fly? Especially one that looked like me.
Wait, what about Amelia Earhart?
Oh, she was the 16th woman to get her international pilot license, almost 2 years after me, though.
Really? How did you finally do it?
I was accepted to the best school in France.
Wow!
But first, I had to learn French. You think your vocabulary is hard? Try learning everything in English and French.
What happened when you came home?
It was like I was famous overnight. Then I became a barn burner, which is an aerial acrobat. I flew flips, figure eights, and loop-de-loops. I even did some parachute jumping.
I bet people loved you.
Oh, yes. So much that I said, I won't fly if you don't let black and white people come into my air show through the same gate. In the South, in 1922, everything was segregated. So this was huge.
You had a big influence on the world.
Oh, well, I don't know about that. I never got to open a school to teach African American women to fly. But I knew that if I can create the minimum of my plans and desires, there shall be no regrets.
But Bessie, you did so much more.
All I did was follow my dreams and learn to fly. As I always said, you've never lived till you've flown.
Are you kidding? You taught us to never give up. You're a role model. You overcame all kinds of obstacles. Your face is even on a U.S. postage stamp.
Dr. Mae Jemison, the first African-American woman astronaut, carried a picture of you on her first flight into outer space.
Outer space? Really? A human actually flew to outer space? My stars.
You broke barriers and made a difference. Thank you, Bessie.
Thank you. Goodbye, Bessie.
Goodbye, everyone.
So getting back to our directional terms, the terminology, flying forward and backward is called pitch.
Flying side to side is called roll. It's called this because an airplane, like a fighter jet, actually rolls, but a quadcopter just dips a little bit in a sideways direction.
And a drone flying up and down is called throttle.
A drone turning left or turning right is called yaw. Imagine your drone was hanging from a string connected to the center of your drone. If your drone turns around without swinging the string, that's called rotating on a fixed vertical axis, which is a fancy way of saying yaw.
When we speak to each other or when you give your partner directions, we will expect you to be using these terms. I don't want to hear nothing else but these terms.
We know it can be hard, so we created this special song to help you remember. Does anyone know what we call a song that helps you remember?
A mnemonic.
Excellent.
Very good. The M is silent. Let's sing this together. It's sung to the tune of Row, Row, Row Your Boat. Can someone please give us a beat?
Roll, roll left and right, throttle up and down. Pitch goes forward, pitch goes back, yaw turns all around. Roll, roll left and right, throttle up and down. Pitch goes forward, pitch goes back, yaw turns all around. Roll, roll left and right, throttle up and down. Pitch goes forward, pitch goes back, yaw turns all around. Roll, roll left and right, throttle up and down. Pitch goes forward, pitch goes back, yaw turns all around. Roll, roll left and right, throttle up and down. Pitch goes forward, pitch goes back, yaw turns all around. Roll, roll, left and right, throttle up and down. Pitch goes forward, pitch goes back, yaw turns all around. Roll, roll, left and right, throttle up and down. Pitch goes forward, pitch goes back, yaw turns all around. Roll, roll, left and right, throttle up and down. Pitch goes forward, pitch goes back, yaw turns all around.
Hi, I'm Sergeant Tony Reed.
I'm Robert Stipak.
And I'm Grace Cantwell.
And I'm Panda the Drone Safety Bear with a special drone safety message from Drone Cadets.
If you ever want to fly a drone, the FAA has some very important drone safety rules you need to know. These rules were created by the FAA so everyone stays safe.
Sergeant.
The first FAA rule you need to know is that you should never
Sergeant.
fly above 400 feet. Everyone got that?
Sergeant, we need to tell them what the FAA is first.
Oh, thank you, Miss Grace. But I'm sure they already know that. You too?
I don't think so.
Come on, people. Let's show Panda and Miss Grace that we know this. Everyone on a count of three, shout it out. 1, 2, 3. Are you kidding me? I thought everyone knows what FAA stands for. They're the Federal Administration responsible for everything to do with aviation, which is a fancy way of saying flying stuff in the U.S. Come on. The FAA. Anybody?
Federal Astronaut Agency?
Okay. Just repeat after us.
Federal Aviation Administration.
Federal Annimation Administration.
Just say
FAA.
FAA.
Moving on. They regulate the airspace and decide who gets to fly where, when, and how. They regulate the airport to make sure the planes are safe.
They also make sure the pilots are trained, even us drone pilots. We'll talk about that more in our classes, but here are some basic rules.
Made by the FAA.
To keep us all safe.
As I was saying, never fly your drone above 400 feet.
Don't fly within 5 miles of an airport.
Don't fly over people.
Don't fly over moving vehicles.
Always maintain a visual line of sight with your drone.
Don't fly at night.
And even if you are a hobbyist pilot, you have to register with the FAA if you fly a drone that weighs 0.55 pounds or more and under 55 pounds.
So what do you think, Sergeant Reed? Are they ready?
Affirmative, Ms. Grace. Class, it's time to become official drone cadets. If you agree to these rules and you want to enter the Corps of Drone Cadets, stand up to take the Drone Cadet oath.
For drone education that's fun, challenging, and always keeping safety first, visit drone-cadets.com.
Drones going up! Drones going up! Drones going up!
Well, Sergeant, do you think they're ready?
Affirmative, Ms. Grace. Class, it's time to become official drone cadets. If you agree to these rules and you want to enter the Corps of Drone Cadets, stand up to take the Drone Cadet oath.
Everyone, raise your right hand and repeat after Sergeant Reed.
Are you ready?
Yes.
Repeat after me. I will always complete my pre-flight checklist.
Will always complete my pre-flight checklist.
I will never fly my drone over people that are not on my team.
Will never fly my drone over people that are not on my team.
I will never fly over moving vehicles.
We'll never fly over moving vehicles.
I will never fly above 400 feet.
We'll never fly above 400 feet.
I will never fly near an airport.
We'll never fly near an airport.
I will always be aware of weather in my surroundings.
We'll always be aware of weather and my surroundings.
I will never fly at night.
We'll never fly at night.
I will always keep my drone in sight.
We'll always keep my drone in sight.
I will always call out loudly before takeoff and landing.
We'll always call out loudly before takeoff and landing.
I will always keep safety first.
We'll always keep safety first.
Clap it up, clap it up. Good job, good job. Yeah. Congratulations.
Welcome to the Corps.
Congratulations, young one.
Good job.
Welcome.
Welcome to the Corps.
Thank you. Thank you for your time. Thank you for your service.
Congratulations.
Welcome to my house. We are about to do our function check mission. This is a standard mission we do out in the field as a safety check before we start our real mission. So let's do it now.
Wait, Sergeant Reed.
Come on. Let's get these drones in the air.
Sergeant Reed, they don't know how to use the remote controller yet.
What? They don't. Are you serious? Okay, let's make it quick. I want to get these drone cadets flying.
So do I. Let's review the controller found in the Tello app. On the upper left-hand side of the screen, there is an icon for takeoff and landing. Going across the top, we see intelligent flight modes, battery level indicator, Wi-Fi status, Bluetooth status, drone data, image and video view, camera and video switch. Take a picture or record a video.
Now here's the important part. This is what we'll use to fly today. Every drone remote controller or transmitter has the same controls. We'll talk about the left sticks first. Everyone say left stick.
Left stick.
Now take your left thumb. Everyone hold your left thumb and wiggle it. Wiggle it. Wiggle it, wiggle it, wiggle it.
Your other left thumb.
The left thumb controls throttle. Put your left thumb on the small circle or dot in the middle of the larger circle. Slowly and gently slide your thumb up and down to throttle up and down. You can also slide your thumb to the left and right to yaw. Everyone say yaw.
Yaw.
Now take your right thumb. Everyone hold up your right thumb and wiggle it. Wiggle it, wiggle it, wiggle it. The right stick controls pitch. Everyone say pitch.
Pitch.
Put your right thumb on the small circle or dot in the middle of the larger circle. Slowly and gently slide your thumb up and down to pitch forward and backwards. Slide your thumb to the left and right to roll. Everyone say roll.
Roll.
You'll be rolling from left and right.
Okay, we're going to break up into teams of 2. Each team will have a PIC and a VO. I'll count you off and give you your team names. You 2, you are Alpha team. You 2, you are the Bravo team. You guys here, Charlie. And you 2 down there, you are the Delta team.
Alpha and Bravo come with me out in the hall. And Charlie and Delta, team stay here with Miss Grace. Now, we always place our drone on the helipad facing away from us before we take off. Point to the camera. Good. That's the front of your drone. Now put it down and stand behind it. Before we launch, we always yell 3 times loudly in a loud, thunderous voice, drone going up, drone going up, drone going up. This is all about safety. Yell loudly so everyone can hear you.
Drone going up! Drone going up! Drone going up!
And before we land, we always yell, drone landing, drone landing, drone landing. Let's hear it.
Drone landing! Drone landing! Drone landing! Why?
Well, what if you're flying in a park and someone's out walking their dog? Do you think they're paying attention to what's happening in the sky high above them? Maybe, but maybe not. Calling out drone landing 3 times alerts passerbys of a potential threat.
Okay, who's the PIC?
Me!
Okay, you're going to fly first. So that means you are the VO. Tell your PIC what obstacles you see.
I see the walls, the lockers, the lights, and the ceiling.
Good. Now, what do we say before taking off?
Drone going up! Drone going up! Drone going up!
Now, you wait for the tower to give you clearance. Clear to take off. Okay? Take your left thumb and throttle up. Throttle down. Good. Your left and right. Good. Now, with your right thumb, I want you to pitch forward. Not so fast. Let go. Pick up your thumb. That's okay. This is why we practice in a big space. Now slowly pitch backward and stop before you hit us. You hear? Okay, now use your right thumb to roll to your left. Good. Now roll back to the right and stop in the center. Excellent. Now land. What do you say before you land?
Drone landing! Drone landing! Drone landing!
Good job. Who's next? Bravo team, get up here. Okay, what do you say before taking off?
Drone going up! Drone going up! Drone going up!
Clear! That's a problem with the propellers. Next class, you're going to meet Mr. Rob, our technical guy. And we'll learn more about this. It's time to clean up.
Aww!
Goodbye
for now.